We've lost everything. Everything. As long as he's here, we'll never get back up.
Then we get rid of him.
1 week later, they shoved me into the car. My sister sat in the back, clutching her doll, tears brimming in her eyes. We drove silently until we stopped in front of a large building. An orphanage. Where are we? What's happening?
This is your new home. We can't take this bad luck anymore.
No, please, I'll be good. I'm not bad luck. Please don't leave me. I clung to my mother's dress, but she shook me off violently.
We can't have you destroying us anymore.
They turned, got in the car, and drove off into the night. I stood there in the dark, shaking, abandoned like trash. The orphanage became my world. The caretakers were strict but kind. For the first time, I wasn't treated like a curse. They saw me for what I was. From the very moment I could understand words, I knew I was different. Not just because of my pale skin, white hair, and eyes that squinted at the sunlight, but because of how my parents looked at me. Like I was a mistake. Like God had played some cruel joke on them. They never said, "We love you." Instead, they said things like,
"Look at him. He doesn't even look like one of us. He looks disabled."
Don't stand too close to him. People will think something is wrong with our bloodline.
I grew up hearing those words. And let me tell you, when you hear it enough times, you start to believe it. My parents treated me like a curse they had to carry. If my sister had a school play, they went, cheered, and bought her flowers. If I had a recital, they didn't show up. If family friends visited, they told my sister to come out, dressed her in her best clothes, made her sing songs and show her drawings. Me? I was told to go to my room and not embarrass them. I remember one day when I was about 10. It was a bright Saturday, and my sister was getting ready for a trip to the zoo with Mom and Dad. I came out in my little jacket, hopeful. Can I come too? I promise I'll stay quiet. I love animals.
No, you'll scare people. Stay home.
Yeah, what will people think if they see us with you? A family of freaks?
I felt my stomach drop. My sister looked at me with pity, but said nothing. They left without me, and I sat on the porch steps until evening, listening for their car, tears drying on my cheeks. This was my life, a life of being hidden, mocked, humiliated. They didn't introduce me to neighbors. They didn't take me to church. They didn't even want me in family photos. Then my parents' business started going down, and I was blamed for it.
Ever since this boy was born, our business has gone down. We keep losing money. This is no coincidence.
Maybe it's true. Maybe he's the reason we're cursed.
At first, I thought it was just anger talking, but they truly believed it. They read old superstitions online, listened to gossiping neighbors. Some fool even joked that albinos brought bad luck if you kept them in your home. That joke became my reality. Every time something went wrong, Dad lost a deal, Mom misplaced money, the car broke down, I was the scapegoat.
You see? Look at him. Ever since he came, it's been one disaster after another.
We should have never had him. He's ruined us.
By the time I was 10, they stopped hiding their hatred. If there was a family gathering, I was left behind. If my sister needed new clothes, she got them. Me? I wore rags. They mocked me in front of others, called me disabled, called me a ghost. The final straw came after Dad's business collapsed. One night, in hushed tones, I heard them speaking in the kitchen.
We've lost everything. Everything. As long as he's here, we'll never get back up.
Then we get rid of him.
1 week later, they shoved me into the car. My sister sat in the back, clutching her doll, tears brimming in her eyes. We drove silently until we stopped in front of a large building. An orphanage. Where are we? What's happening?
This is your new home. We can't take this bad luck anymore.
No, please, I'll be good. I'm not bad luck. Please don't leave me. I clung to my mother's dress, but she shook me off violently.
We can't have you destroying us anymore.
They turned, got in the car, and drove off into the night. My sister pressed her tiny hand against the window, her face streaked with tears, as the car disappeared. I stood there in the dark, shaking, abandoned like trash. The orphanage became my world. The caretakers were strict but kind. For the first time, I wasn't treated like a curse. They saw me for what I was, a boy who loved books, who loved learning. I buried myself in studies. While the other kids played soccer, I devoured books about law, history, and science. My hunger for knowledge became my salvation. One caretaker, Mr. Benson, noticed, "You've got a brilliant mind, son. Use it. Show the world that what they threw away will become greater than anything they ever imagined." And I did. Scholarships came my way. I graduated top of my class. I became a lawyer, then rose higher. Years later, I stood proud in the black robes of a judge. The boy abandoned in the night was gone. In his place was a man with power. Then fate brought me the sweetest twist. One morning, I walked into my courtroom. The clerk handed me the file. I flipped it open and froze. It was them, my parents, older, weaker, but unmistakable, charged with reckless driving, leaving the scene of an accident. They had sped through a red light, drunk, and hit a young boy. The child didn't die, but he was left with life-altering injuries. They sat in the defendant's chairs, looking small and pitiful. At first, they didn't recognize me. But when I looked up from the file, when my eyes met theirs, I saw the flicker of horror.
Oh my God, it's him.
It can't be. I kept my face stone cold. To me, they were just two criminals, nothing more. The trial went on. Evidence piled against them. Witnesses spoke. The injured child's parents cried. My parents tried to play the victims. "Your Honor, we're good people. We just made a mistake. Please, have mercy."
Please, we have a daughter. She needs us.
At the mention of my sister, my stomach twisted. She was the one they chose, the one they sacrificed me for. But I felt nothing for them. No pity, no mercy. At the sentencing, I slammed the gavel down. For your reckless actions that nearly cost a child his life, and for your attempt to flee responsibility, this court sentences you to 20 years in prison. No parole. The courtroom gasped. My parents' faces twisted in disbelief.
No, please, you can't do this.
"You're our son. Show us mercy." I stared straight into their eyes. "I don't have parents." The guards led them away. But the sweetest part of this story wasn't in the courtroom. It came later, inside prison walls. Word spread fast among inmates. My parents became infamous, not because of their crime, but because of who sentenced them. In the cafeteria, inmates jeered. "Hey, aren't you the ones Judge X threw in here? That's the best judge out there, fair with everyone else. But when it came to you two, damn, he buried you. Man, my sentence is lighter than yours, and I actually stabbed someone. Guess it pays not to abandon your kids, huh?" The laughter echoed in the prison halls, and my parents shrank smaller with every word. For once, they felt what I had felt all my life: humiliation, rejection, being despised. As for my sister, I reached out to her years later. She wasn't to blame. She was just a child too. We speak now, carefully, politely. We're cool, but I'll never forget, and I'll never let myself be that vulnerable again. My parents? They're still rotting in prison, mocked by the very people they thought they were better than. Remembered not as victims of bad luck, but as criminals who abandoned their own flesh and blood. And me? I'm still here. The albino boy who became the judge. The curse that turned into justice. So yeah, if you liked this story, don't abandon me like they did. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and leave a comment. Otherwise, I might just sentence you to 20 years of bad Wi-Fi.